4-wheel drive. Yeah, very cool. All right, everyone. Maybe one of you who doesn't have a van watching my videos will buy one of these and join us at the next van meet. You know what it's all about, man? It's all about seeing good people get outside. And I always say this. This is my new tagline. I have two taglines for these van meets. The first tagline was, if your loved ones, your friends, your family are they're sick of you talking about vans, we want to hear you talk about your van. We're fanatics, and we're so fanatical. We're like Jeep Wrangler and Toyota Tacoma owners. We're as fanatical as those guys. There's just not as many of us, so these van meets, we're getting together in one spot. I've been uploading a lot of videos lately on the Lone Pine Van Meet, and that got more interest in the Enthusiast Van Meet, so I'm going to go ahead and do a planning video. So I was thinking the last week of May, so 26, 27, 28, 29, maybe request Monday and Friday off. I don't know how much time you guys need in advance to request time off, but that's a couple of months away, so let me know if this is good for you guys. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at vans for sale. Maybe you guys will pick, one of you guys watching this who doesn't have a van yet will pick up one of these vans and join us on one of these van meets. I always pick up subscribers when I do videos on the lifted van market, the camper van market. So we'll go ahead and look at some more. But first, let's get some addresses. So, Flying J, this is in Fraser Mountain Park. I think this is going to be the easiest spot for most of us to meet at. And there's a Flying J and a rest area, and that's right next to Hungry Valley Camp area. The good thing about Hungry Valley is a stock van could handle it, and then the off-road trails, if you have a lifted van, it's compatible with our lifted vans. Our lifted vans could handle the little off-road trails in Hungry Valley, so if you haven't taken your lifted van off-roading yet, it's a great spot. So go ahead and pause it so you could get the address, get an idea how far all of these are from you guys. So Hungry Valley might be the best place for most of us to meet. Shaver Lake, this was where the first van meet was. This might be good for people more in like Northern California, coming from the north. So again, just pause this. And then in the comments, let me know how far all these spots are from you guys. The first van meet was supposed to be in Kings Canyon. This is in proximity to Shaver Lake. I know a cool river rapid spot. If you guys want a freestyle camp, I could show you a cool spot. That's what I like about Kings Canyon. There's like a cool river rapid spot that I know about. And then the last van meet was in Lone Pine. This is a tricky place to go to, because if you're coming from the north, you almost have to U-turn. There's no like direct road. You almost have to U-turn and get into Lone Pine. So that was the last van meet. And then this one, Slab City. This is about 10 miles from Slab City. Slab City is a van meet I could do. If you guys if you want to do an impromptu van meet, all I need is 2 weeks in advance, and I could do Slab City on short notice. It's only about 2 hours away from me. And I always like seeing Slab City. And then we could eat here. So there you go. And then this is my dream van meet. This is another one. I could do this on a week or two notice, because this one's also about 2 hours away from me. And it's a tricky spot. Slab City's a tricky spot to get to. It's like just in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, plug this address in. So this is 10 miles away from a cool off-roading spot, Fonts Point. Fonts Point is very compatible with our lifted vans. About a 6 out of 10 in difficulty for Fonts Point. Okay, so just pause those, plug it in, and let me know how far all these are from you guys in the comments, and then we'll figure something out. So vans for sale. So this one just got listed 4 hours ago. Lifted van 93, only $8,000. So it already has a lift kit on it. Not sure which lift kit it has on it, but it has 32-inch tires already. It looks like Bushwhacker fender flares on it. Those are $600 fender flares. Very basic interior. So yeah, nice starting base, and eight grand. So very cheap. Okay, I've seen this one listed for a while. This is a Sports Mobile 27,000. That's a 96 with the 351 engine, 5.8. This one's really nice. It's lifted, but I don't know what brand of lift this is. And it has 265 tires. You know what? I might go down to 265s when I need new tires again because my fuel economy is horrible right now. And I think 265s look good enough. They look a tiny bit smallish, but it's a nice compromise between the 30s and 33s I have. It's like 31 and a half, I believe. So I might go this size tire. I mean, you know, my tires are probably going to be good for like 50,000 miles, so that's a long way from now. But yeah, my fuel economy is horrible right now. Hopefully the re-gear regains me 1 mile per gallon. So yeah, the cheap Sports Mobile 27. Only 2-wheel drive, but it's lifted. Looks nice. So this one's been listed for a while. Okay, this is a Dodge. Not many, we don't talk about Dodges very much. Did you know the Japanese love Dodges? They lower these, they drift them, race them, put mufflers on them, enjoy that V8 rumble. We don't talk about Dodges too much. So here you go, here's a Dodge. And look at that price, $11,000. And it has a pop top. And look at this thing. Instead of lifting, how about lowering this thing? Go the opposite. I think these are unibodies. I think that's why you don't see many. I don't think I might have seen a lifted Dodge van in Anza Borrego. I couldn't tell. He might have just put the biggest tires he can on it, and it looked lifted. But yeah, I'm not sure if people lift Dodge van. Is that a lifted Dodge? Is that Dodge lifted? Because they're not body on frame, I believe. They're unibodies. So I don't know. If you want to do a Dodge van build, just maybe lower it. So there you go. For the Dodge fans. Not many. Yeah, I don't think I talk about Dodge vans really. Here you go. Ford Transit. Another one. We looked at one yesterday. And here's another one to look at. Very interesting build. Little van. Very little van. But you know, I'm a fan of all van builds. I'm just a fan of vans. It's got the plants. What's up with that's a really narrow bed though. It's like he's trying to make it a full size build in a little van. Nice effort. It's cool, man. I like seeing what people okay. It looked narrow, but it looks like yeah, okay. It looks like you could put 2 cushions together, make a proper bed. Very cool. I like it. I like things that are different. Okay, this one was just listed 10 hours ago. This might be someone's van right here. Someone's gonna jump on this, I think. 16 grand. Lowered a couple grand more. This is gonna sell fast. I'm calling it right now. Keep track of this one. So this is good old Action Van suspension. This one's in San Clemente. That's where Action Van is. Well, the miles are kind of high. Offer this guy 12. Oh man, 200,000 miles? That's a lot of miles, actually. Man, and I feel like 10 is lowballing, though. But you never know, man. Just talk to this guy. Say, hey, man, that's a lot of miles you got there. I know these engines are good for the modular engines are good for 300,000 miles. But yeah, if it's only good for 300,000 miles, how much longer is that going to last? I mean, a lot go to 3. Some go to like 500,000, but 300 is pretty typical on the modulars. But you know, I know it's Action Van because I had an Action Van lift and I could spot the decal. Oh, and then Action Van does use Bilsteins right there. I know that decal. See, that says actionvansuspension.com. It looks like he got the ultimate lift. He went expensive. Yeah, he got the modified radius arm. Man, I want to like this one, but it's the miles. Man, if this was like mid 100,000s, this would sell fast. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this one now. I didn't catch those miles earlier. And then yesterday I said Chinooks are my favorite of all the RVs. Roadtreks are my second favorite just because it's within a van body, so it's van size basically. This one's 4-wheel drive. 49 grand. They're not cheap. Roadtreks hold their value, but this is a 4x4. And look at the van, right? Look how amazing these are inside. Look at that. Look how, like, I mean, this is as long as my van, and how could they fit all this? It's just really, really great design. I love Roadtreks. They hold their value because they're very well done. Yeah, second favorite. My first favorite are Chinooks, and then when I see a 4x4 Roadtrek, man, I want one. 50 grand. Four-wheel drive. Yeah, very cool. All right, everyone. Maybe one of you who doesn't have a van watching my videos will buy one of these and join us at the next van meet. You know what it's all about, man? It's all about seeing good people get outside. And I always say this. This is my new tagline. I have two taglines for these van meets. The first tagline was, if your loved ones, your friends, your family are they're sick of you talking about vans, we want to hear you talk about your van. We're fanatics, and we're so fanatical. We're like Jeep Wrangler and Toyota Tacoma owners. We're as fanatical as those guys. There's just not as many of us, so these van meets, we're getting together in one spot. All right, everyone, let me know in the comments how far these places are from you guys, so I could kind of gauge where the best spot is going to be for the next van meet. All right, be safe, everyone.